Good morning. I'm going to sit very, very still as we open the show this morning because the Chattanooga Zoo is here, Darde Long. And she always brings with her somebody fun. So you think, oh, the zoo's going to be on the show. Will they bring a cute little animal? Well, they brought Kate Gore. We're awfully glad that they brought her. And Kate is holding a snake called Magic. Can you see the size of him? Is it a him or a she?
He is a he.
He is a he.
Is that okay?
And he is a what?
He is a carpet python.
A carpet
There's a lot of him.
python. There is a lot of him. I get to hold?
You can.
If I hold this end, he's not going to get mad at me.
Nope.
My cat
He is
does not
perfectly
like it
fine
when
with
I
that.
hold her tail. I don't want him to not like me holding
The
his
only
tail.
thing they don't like is when their heads are touched.
Oh.
And you aren't touching that end.
Okay. So I don't quite know where to start. Good morning.
Well, this is the scariest thing that you're going to see during our Halloween things. You know, we build a Boo in the Zoo as fun, not scary. So what we do is bring out a lot of our very interesting animals.
Wait, can I tell you something?
Well, yeah.
I just he moved, and I could feel him moving all the way down here. So if he moves in any way, Kate, is it a ripple effect?
It is. It is. That is how they move their bodies along. It's kind of what I've heard some refer to it as reticulation, you might say.
Okay.
Where they just kind of go like this. That they use that whole body because this is all muscle.
Right.
It's weird, isn't it?
Okay, so I'm sorry, Darde, I completely interrupted you, but it takes a while to feel it. So I get the feeling that if he moves his head, eventually, it's like I just felt it now.
Yeah, right.
That is so cool. It's like a drill team peel line or something. Okay, so Boo in the Zoo is going on.
Well, it's coming up in October. You know, we always have it. And like I said, the only scary thing are some of our kind of scary animals, and the zoo's all decorated. But there's so much going on right now. We're just launching a beer called Ants on a Log, which is by Tailgate Brewery, and it's honoring our anteater program. So we've got so many animal things going on. It's crazy.
Okay, since you mentioned beer, y'all are also doing something new this year called Booze in the Zoo.
That's right. We actually have an event, and I don't have the date in my head. It's on our website, but it's for kids. It's for grown-ups to dress up and be kids and have fun. But we also offer a little beverage to go along with that.
But will this Ants on a Log be there?
Ants on a Log will be at Booze in the Zoo. Yes.
Okay.
So you can also purchase it at Tailgate. It's going to be around town, but it's very cool. It's like you can put that down.
I'm
yes.
going to let my arm's getting tired.
Yeah,
That's the only reason
he's
why.
heavy, isn't he?
He is heavy.
He isn't a lightweight.
Okay, go ahead.
So much.
So much.
There's so much going on. But Booze in the Zoo is new, and we're just doing it one night. And of course, we have our traditional 6 nights of Boo in the Zoo. But it's going to look different when you come to the zoo because we finally started construction on Cape of Africa. So when you walk through the front gates, you're going to say, "Oh no, the zoo's closed. We can't go to the zoo because there's all this construction fencing." But there's a new path around.
Really?
And there's all kinds of exciting stuff happening. The train has moved back to the petting zoo, and it's a wonderful experience.
Darde, I've got to give you a lot of credit because y'all really have done so much in the last 10 years to transform the zoo. A friend of mine on Facebook I saw the other day had a big posting. I almost chimed in because they had finally gone to feed the giraffes, and I thought, oh, I've done that. It's so much fun.
We're very blessed. The community's been extremely, extremely good to us, and we're just having a blast. And
Well, and I think it is such a smart move personally that you're kind of branding yourself, if you will, to be there for everybody in Chattanooga,
Yes.
and not just a family thing, but it's a great date night place.
it is, and you know that. Thank you for bringing it up. You know, when we talk about inclusion, which is something we've always felt that we were very good at, we sometimes leave out those date night opportunities and things to bring, you know, folks to the zoo that don't always think of it as a place to go. So I'm excited about that, and again, great partnerships are what bring that together.
So Kate, I have to ask you about Magic because I know I joked around and I did the typical thing about being afraid of the snake. However, you know what you're doing.
Yes.
And, oh, he's looking at me.
It's okay.
Where is he native to?
These guys are actually native to Australia and New Guinea. Now, you don't need to worry because he knows that you are not anywhere near food sized.
They can't swallow you.
So snakes generally, they only eat something that is as big as their midsection. And he says, "Oh, I know you aren't going to fit, so I'm not going to even look at you like that."
Okay, so that's right, because it's a boa constrictor.
Well, he is a python,
right?
Which is similar. So boa constrictors you would find in the old world, in boa constrictors are generally New World snakes like North America, South America, whereas pythons, you'll find them in Asia and Africa.
So he does not constrict his...
He does constrict.
That is
the difference being These guys would lay eggs, whereas boa constrictors have live birth.
Wait, say that. Oh, he would lay an egg.
Well, if he was a female, yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
This particular species, actually this classification.
Okay, so, crazy question. Oh, he just touched your thumb.
He does. He is just seeing me as a giant tree.
Really?
Yep. He's not looking at me like food or anything. He's just very curious. There's a lot of nifty smells here. They use that tongue to smell everything. They have a little organ in the top of the roof of their mouth that's called the Jacobson's organ. And they gather those scent molecules in there and they can smell what's going on out there, if there's food or not.
His markings are very fitting for this time of year, though, because he is very Halloween-y. But he would, if he's native to Australia, would he be in the desert part of the country?
Well,
or
actually,
more
he
in
would be in the more of the tropical areas.
section, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Does he climb trees?
Yes, they are arboreal.
Really?
Now, they're sort of heavy-bodied, so they can be on the ground and would probably like it more up on the ground than in the trees, but they can climb very well. And they're not the biggest of snakes. He's full-grown.
Well, I was going to ask you if he was full-grown and how big they do typically get. So he's what, like 5-ish feet?
I'd say closer to 6.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, they can get upwards of 7 to 8 feet if they're really big ones. But on average, this is your average carpet python
If you
size.
have not ever touched a snake, you are missing out. They're very surprising. They're cool.
They
like
are.
literally cold, cool. They're not slimy.
Nope.
And again, I mean, I don't mind. I don't know why it freaked me out when he looked at me.
That's a very regular reaction.
Really?
Most people kind of do. They go, oh, it's looking at me. It's going to do something. But no.
The Harry Potter movies I've seen were kind of coming back to me.
Exactly.
So we have a friend here, Tish Gailmard, at the Nature Center.
Yes, of course.
And she talks, she has a snake that used to love her. He's now gone, but he would kiss her on the cheek. But she talks about the personalities of snakes. So does this one have a personality?
I would say, if anything, he's very laid back, very calm. He lets you handle him. He lets anybody handle him, pretty much. He's fine with that. He's curious.
Yeah.
Beyond that, you know, generally snakes aren't known for being affectionate or not affectionate.
We're just always
They're
happy
just doing
if
their
if they're calm and still.
Yeah, you would be happy if they're calm, Darde.
Yes, of course. But sometimes we have some frisky ones that don't really like being handled, and so they're constantly on the move. And it also, I mean, it's his body temperature and whether or not he's warm or
Exactly.
cold.
If they're warmer, they will tend to be a bit more active.
Right. So when people come out to events that y'all have at the zoo, because often they're meet and greets.
Right, exactly.
In fact, I think Boo's in the zoo might be a meet and greet.
Yeah, it is.
Will he be part of that?
Most likely.
Yep.
Really?
He is a popular one to bring out. We love showing him off to everybody, and I think he does well in the attention. It gets him out and about, so we're not just leaving him out to hang out.
Well, I will say this too, and again, I'm kind of sorry that I had the reactions that I had, but they were honest ones.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you do see a snake in your yard, leave it alone.
Exactly.
We need them, and this is the time of year, I think, when they're beginning to kind of come out.
Absolutely.
So
the snakes are not going to want to bother you. They just want to find their food and go, and their food is usually small rodents, which you generally don't want in your yard anyway.
Well, I don't know how much they pay you, but you earn it.
Thank you. Did you hear that, Darde?
We don't pay her nearly enough. Kate is a great resource, and she really does help us out a lot with our different kinds of herps and stuff. So she's very calm about it.
Well, get your
too.
tickets while you can get them to Boo's in the Zoo. For one thing, you'll meet Magic. For another thing, you'll be supporting all the great work that they're doing at the zoo. And the third thing is you can get the Ants on a Log beer.
Yes, and it's really an interesting beer, and we're so excited. But Betsy the Anteater, we have some great photos of her sniffing of the can and looking at it to see if she approves. You know, her image is on the can.
Thank you, Darde.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you for not bringing a tarantula this year. That was very kind.
Was that close? No.
Warning, the following Zaxby's ad contains content that may be upsetting to Philadelphians. Fried chicken on a Philly. Finally, the Philly done right. Zaxby's Fried Chicken Philly.
Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Unexpected pregnancies are challenging and costly. Choices is here to help you with the services you need for free. Choices provides urine and blood pregnancy testing, ultrasounds, STD screening, abortion pill reversal, and after abortion